Welcome to Yoga with Bliss. So we're going to do a nice 10-minute warm-up as always. If you do anybody else's yoga video, do some kind of a warm-up beforehand. And then we're going to play it by ear and see what might be right for the class members, because they're a cross-section of people and it might be right for you. Yes, I have to move my chair in so that it's not visible. Very good. We do start out at the mountain. It's an opportunity to focus in on how you feel. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. See those palms forward? I'm going to do that again and give you the side view. Up, back and down. And your hands are right here. My white stripe tells you side of the body, not forward, not back, right there. Beautiful. Breathe. Let's come on up. Notice your shoulders. How do they feel when you're out here? Take a look. Are they side? Have they stayed on the side or have they come forward? Press them toward right here in the plane of motion. Same thing, we're coming up. Try the arms coming all the way up. If they're out here, that's okay. Intend for them to come all the way up. Now, see my elbows are bent. Welcome to the new class members who came in. That's because I need more room for the softness in my shoulder area. Many people will have right up and down arms. Come on down, do what you want. Let's take it one more time. Out to the side, same plane. Take it up, same plane. Stretch your way. I'm gonna come on out right here. Uh-oh, my arms came forward. I'm pushing them back, pushing them back. Oh, let's go wide. And smile. I see that I've left my glasses on. You know, I see the computer better with them. I see you all better without. Here and there, right here. So I was tracing a smile. Now I'm going to trace a rainbow. Here and there. How's your back? Lower your shoulders. We're going to stay up here a while. So if your shoulders need pampering, lower it and gradually come up to the right place. Do you have a nice pelvic tilt to support your back? Here's just the last 3. Here's rainbow now. Body tall. Swoop. And underneath, over the top. Right here. Underneath, right there it is. And then we're going to center ourselves up. Pelvic tilt. Sternum lift. Shoulders low. Chin tuck. Here we have side to side, weight shift, swoop your arms. I'll show you side view. I'm not bending forward. Staying all nice up and tall right here. Breathing. So I'm doing physical therapy for my frozen shoulder. Come on up. And they gave me a warm-up that I didn't like. Let me just say that. No more. I didn't like it. It was bad, wrong, and stupid. No, I didn't say that. You. How about out front? So I said to the gals, okay, if I just do my own warm-up, and I went and did these moves. Come on up. I focused on the shoulders, intending for, out front now, for my most excellent extension. Take a moment. Here you have your best core posture. Squeeze back, squeeze back, squeeze back. Yes, no, there's no bounce, no snap. Just squeeze those shoulder blades together. Squeeze those elbows back. Now mine are tending to drop a little. That's okay. Intend for them to lift level. Oh, great job on your flat wrists. Now let's come together. Press your elbows. Together. Together. Right here. Just 4 and 3. Here. Oh, here's a little smile. Yes, here. And one last set. Rainbow, how high? You choose right there. And here we have the mountain again. Check pelvic tilt, sternum lift, chin tuck, low shoulder. Step and touch and touch. And oh yes. Now, for this one, you may like one arm forward and one back. If you are thawing your shoulders, focus on the arm that's back, and press it back as much as your body allows right here. Press back and back. Oh, beautiful. Now we're just gonna stand tall. You might have your feet together, they might be apart. Your arms might be up, they might be out. In line with your body if you can. Intend for that. Now put your feet where you like them for your chair. Come on down. 2, 3, come up and salute. And come on down. 2. It's just a little chair. Come on down. 2, 3, and salute. And right here down. 2, 3, and there's a salute. Oh, I'm loving the customization that I'm seeing. Come on up right here and find your mountain again. Are you breathing? Being. Posture. How's your spine? Yes. And it's a heel and a heel. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your hands back. Open up that chest wall. Open up the shoulder girdle. Here and there. Press back and back. Here's 2 last. All right, now we're going to open up your back. First, we'll let your feet come across. And feel that back open as your hands walk up right here. How high up? Do you want to try to come right up over your head? Or do you want to leave them out front? See, what does your body need? Right here. And up. And up. Oh, come down in your chair. Find your mountain. Posture and a sit. And here we're up. Take the sit. I'm not saying no. I'm relaxing through my neck. Right here. Beautiful. Now on this one, feel your pelvic tilt, sternum lift, low shoulders. And let's put some goddess legs and goddess arms. Are you breathing? Stay right there. I'm going to show a side view. Sometimes when doing the goddess, people accidentally tip. No, tuck that butt under. Lift your body up. Give yourself that nice, tall spine. If your arms naturally come here, press them back. So they're right here in this center line. There you go. Here's a little pulse. We'll come down. 3, 2, 1, and a star right there. It's a goddess, and a star. Here's a goddess right here, and a star. Here's our last, right there. And there's your star. Now, let your hands come behind you. Go ahead and push them together. Can you clasp your wrists? Can you just reach behind you and open your chest? Do you like to use a strap or a little bar? Your arms behind you, your way. Breathing. Keep your back flat as we do a forward lean. Your knees are unlocked. There you go. So with your unlocked knees, flat back. Okay, go ahead and let your back round down. And then just round down, relax down. Should you hang right here? Should you go a bunch lower? See what your body wants. We're just at a wide leg hang down. Would you like to have blocks right here? I'm all rounded in my back. Relax the neck. If you're pampering a recent hip injury, don't go too wide. Just breathe in to stretch the way that's right for you. Tiny bend in your knees. Exhaling. So I'm going to walk over to one side. Do you want your blocks here? Unlocked knee. Here's one side at this height. I am rounded. Do you want your lower? Where is right for your body? Again, you may choose a light bend in the hip if you're pampering a hip injury. Well, I'm going to grab my blocks and walk myself right over to the other side. Breathing. I'll give you a front view for this. So here I am, and I just walked right over here. I'm rounded. You might be right up here, rounded. Choose your spot, your way. Both knees are unlocked. Back is rounded. Beautiful. And then I come to the middle. You can use your blocks or the mat or the seat of a chair, what's right for you. Here's our big final stretch. Do you want to stack your blocks and rest your forehead here? Maybe holding on so they don't tip over. We have grounded ourselves in our forehead and our feet. Do you use just one block? Breathe in. You adjust your block, your way, your forehead, round. No pressure on the neck, just lightly ground, just the tip of your forehead. With a very slight bend in the hip if it's right for you, medium or great, your body, your way. Use your hands now and push yourself up, whether you've got blocks or the mat. Push yourself up, breathing. My feet slid a little, so I've readjusted them. And here I am for a little cat-cow. Round the face down, arch the back, tuck the tailbone. Here's your goddess legs, but a cat on a fence in your spine. Now stick your butt out. Arch your back as much as your back arches. Lift your chin for a nice extended neck, no big bend. There's your standing cow. Here's your standing cat. Cow. And remember, your legs might be very close if you're minimizing your hip stretches, or they might be very wide. Your knees are always unlocked. If you're maximizing your hip stretches, your standing cat-cow. Exhale on the cat and feel your diaphragm pulls your abdominal wall up. I can say this. Inhale on the cow and feel your udders extend down as your diaphragm fills with air. Well, I don't know where the barometer is. Take your time, and we're coming up whatever way is right for you. Do you have a tender back today? You might bend your knees and support yourself and arise with support from your hands. You may come up any way that is right for you. So I don't know what's happening with the barometer, but I have to tell you, my back is singing a song. And I have a lot of arthritis there. The cat-cow is loosening it up. Are you breathing? Do you have a nice mounted shoulder blades down your back? Weight on your big toe, baby toe, front of the foot, back of the foot. Pay attention to your arms and your hands. Many people naturally, their hands roll, top of the hand forward, palm back, and arms forward like this. That's because we live life rounded over our computers. So in yoga, we're gonna double shoulder roll, open that chest palm forward, and really think about these arms in line. By the way, if a shoulder rehab feels good for you to pull them a little farther back, perfectly healthy, your arms, your way. I know we started out, let's go ahead here to the side, in line, and then see how near vertical, in line, yours go. Yes, I leave mine a little wider or bent. You may go straight, everybody. A good body you choose. Come back out. Very nice. And you know what we were doing? In addition to, I need to go wide in my legs and release in my back. A little weeping willow, the branches in the breeze. In addition to moving the shoulders after all warmed up, we did a balance move just there. Let's do another balance move. Center yourself up and pull your feet under you for your mountain. Are your feet right together? Are they just under your hips or wider? I don't know. Depends on many things, your joints, how much softness you have in the upper leg area. Your mountain, claim it, own it, appreciate it, love it. I'm gonna shift all my weight onto one foot and I'm heading for a tree. So I start with my balance root on the ground. Many people will just pick that foot up and put it on their thigh. You do your tree, your way. Now here's an interesting thing. The full expression of a pose has the foot pushing into the leg. Well, what if you're out here? Let your toe grab your mat and push in. You will feel it contract the muscles in your whole pelvic floor, your buns. Good for you. My heel comes in. Oh, it does touch the side of my ankle today. So I'm pushing in. Do you feel the tension? Find your branches. This is a tension that's good. This is support. Use of muscles. Be gentle on your push of your foot. If you have an injured hip, you want to be real gentle all the time on anything injured. Breathing. Now, your most full expression of your tree, whatever that is for you, breathe and we'll hold it for a few moments longer. I actually go to my most full expression and hold it until I step down because I've lost my balance. And you know, whenever you're done, we got some shoulder rolls. Well, what I love, I might be full into my shoulder rolls and look out at the class and see half of you all in a tree that lasts much longer than mine. And I love when we each do what is right for ourselves. Mountain. Even weight distribution on those feet. Pelvic tilt, sternum lift, shoulders down, chin tuck. Yes. I say these things to myself when I'm doing dishes, when I'm in line at the grocery store like I used to be before 2020. Now pour the weight onto the other foot. Now this is my tenderized knee, so I'm really aware of the angle of my foot. The knee's unlocked. See if it will hold my weight today. If the leg is very, very tender, you leave your balance root out farther. If your body says, oh, I'll do more, you may bring your balance root in. You may pop your foot right up to your thigh. Wherever your foot is, push in. I got my little toe pushing in. If it comes next to my ankle, I got my little heel pushing gently. Don't hurt your ankle. Breathe and find your branches. Be well. That's me relaxing my neck. How's yours? Got your shoulders down your back? Have you found a drishti point to look at? Would you like to go one level more intense, an inch higher? Hold it for a few, and whenever your body comes out of the pose, That's when you're done, mountain. Oh, I need my shoulder rolls. Holding a balance causes so many minute muscle contractions. For me, a release like a shoulder roll. Let's have goddess legs. Or like the relax of the upper body twist. Oh, well, now I have to give compliments. Another week we were talking a lot about keeping the knees out, heels in. Everyone has such fabulous form out on their knees and their lower body. Beautiful. Now, let's take another focus on this. This is not a movement of just your arms. This is a movement of your upper body. So that's it. Think of your shoulder rolling forward. Oh, while your bottom half doesn't cave in, you did it beautifully. Can't you feel at the waistband area, you're getting a nice, gentle, healthy twist to the low back? Come on up with your shoulder roll. Speaking of twists, so there is a move called thread the needle. We're going to do a modified standing version of thread the needle. I'm going to face you so you can see what I've got cooking. But you might want to turn sideways so you can look like this and see me. Because when you're down here and you try to look up, it's too tough on your neck. So I'll recommend you go sideways, and I'll start out sideways. For our thread the needle, we have either blocks or a chair in front of you for a standing thread the needle. Your legs are wide, and look how nice up tall your spine is. Beautiful. From this up tall spine, and I have taken my legs a little wide for stability. From my up tall spine, I do a flat back, and then I choose with my flat back, do I want to hold the chair? Do I want to hold the block? I don't know. So I'm going to play with it and see. Now, sometimes you do thread the needle on hands and knees. We're going to do it here in this unlocked forward lean. And the thread the needle is take the arm out and lift it up as high, rotating in the waist, as high as your body will. And then you take the arm across. I'm going to show you this side. I went up high. I know I don't go very high. That's all right. I accept my body and I intend further. And then I'm coming across. And when I'm here, I'm going to come across as much as my body will allow. There are days when I will actually let my shoulder rest on the block. Other days when my hands are on the block and I lean. Let's come on up and lift your height. You're lifting in the shoulder. You're not pulling your arm up. Rotating the spine. Come on down. Come on down. And across. One last. Come on out and lift. Both legs are equally bent, even Steven. And come on down. Breathing. Find yourself here in the center. I can't resist a little cat-cow. Oh, there you are. And are you on a chair? Give yourself a standing cat and a standing cow. Here's your standing cat for a side view. Wide legs, standing cow. One last cat. One last cow. All righty. Now the other hand that was lifting is the hand that is grounded. I'll go kind of diagonally. This is my frozen shoulder, so it won't go up as much. That's all right. So I'm going to take this arm up as much as it will. I'm pushing off with this hand, so I'm twisting in the waist. I'm not pulling my shoulder out of its socket. And I lift where I may. I come down, across, and I reach across, and I reach across where I may. Beautiful. breathing any way you want. For some people, this is highly, highly aerobic. For other people, barely aerobic. So listen to your body. If you are breathing slowly, you may choose to lift on the inhale and exhale on your way down. For me, if I went with my breath, I'd have to go as fast as a chipmunk. Come on up. Twist in the waist, push off with this hand. Lift in 10 more. And find yourself down in the middle. So we had wide legs. Let's walk your legs in for a forward fold, cat-cow. Round over, cat on a fence. I bend my knees a touch more for the standing cow. Are you up on a chair? Is that better for you to do? You might even be on the kitchen counter. And there's your cow with an arched back. And your cat on a fence. And you're fabulous. Alrighty. Now you're going to choose how are you getting up. If you have spine issues, you might flatten your back and arise. If you want, you may round your back and arise. See what your body says. Enjoy your shoulder rolls. Breathing, being fabulous. Mountain. I just roll my shoulders up and down my back. Breathe and be. So on the wall in front of me, I have plastered little drawings of all the yoga poses, asanas. And I peruse them and I look at who's in the class today and who I know might be watching the YouTube video. And I think of what might be a nice, smooth, little vinyasa. Just a few things to come next. Let's have a warrior 2, a radiant warrior, and a side angle. So, and by the way, some people will use blocks when they do their side angle. So if you need your blocks, get them. Breathing, yes, I have a wide mountain. I can make it more normal. Then I step out into my warrior 2. You choose how bent is your front leg. Pelvic tilt protects your low back. This arm, don't let it be way far back. If it's out forward, welcome to the human race. Intend for it to be in a line. I actually have a mirror in front of me, so I can see that this arm's a little forward. All right, I accept that. I'll intend. Palms down, intend. Fabulous. Now this palm's coming up, and this palm will raise the back of my thigh, reiterating my pelvic tilt for my radiant warrior. How bent should your front leg be? Now here's a detail. If I look at my hand, look how bent my neck is. But if I look at the eye of my elbow, the crease in my elbow, look how, lift the ribs, pelvic tilt protects the back. Look how my neck is protected. Come back down to warrior 2, we're gonna repeat just that. Find your best warrior 2. If warrior 2 is something you hate to do or it exhausts you, make a short warrior. Leslie, that's gonna work for you. Take your time, radiant warrior. This hand going back is my signal to remind me for my pelvic tilt. Open the ribs. It's not a great huge back bend, it's a back, it's a chest opener. Opener. Beautiful. Here we are in our warrior 2. Reiterate it, make it your best. Now let's do 2 little side angles. When we do a side angle, this hand is going to go down perhaps to your hip or your thigh or a chair or the block or the floor. Choose this shoulder back. Only go down as far as you can, keeping your shoulder back. What I often see is people go down farther, but then their shoulder came forward and they missed the side of the side angle. Now I'm going to choose a different movement for our arms. Take your arm and tuck it in right here. So I just bent this elbow, tucked it in, yes. And now slide it up, and see. Fully extended. Alrighty, come on back to Warrior Two. And there you are. To do my side angle, yes, you can come up around the side, but again, if you had a better expression by tucking in and sliding up, try that. So there's several ways. You may, uh-oh, my shoulder came forward. Breathing. You may do a big swoop up, or breathing. You may slide up. What did your body want? Take your time and find yourself back to your Warrior Two. One last best expression of your Warrior Two. Weight on both feet. Inside, outside, front, back, pelvic tilt, sternum lift, neck relax. And what if you pull yourself together any way that you want and have a shoulder roll? Oh, yes. So I'm going to show you something. Last week in class, a couple people, when they did the big side angle, their arm only came this high. But this week, when they went right up and did the slide, their arm went way higher. Listen to your body and choose the one that's right for you, and you can switch from week to week. Mountain posture, pelvic tilt, sternum lift. You notice I never say suck in your stomach. First off, your stomach is a digestive organ. We never want to be sucking in parts of our body. That intends to impinge on the breath. We just want a pelvic tilt and a sternum lift. It will engage your beautiful abdominal erectus core muscle. Step out into your Warrior Two, your way. Should it be a short Warrior Two? Because we hold it a long time, that might feel better. Those arms, oh, how's your straight line? Go ahead and get one of those little cheek mirror, put it in front of you and see, how's that straight line for you? Did you get just the right feet? There you go. Now notice your pelvic tilt that protects your low back, because we have a radiant warrior coming on. Flip the palm, reiterate the pelvic tilt, open up those ribs, open up those ribs. It is not a big back bend. The low back is neutral. It is an upper back. The opening of the inside of the upper back, where all those discs are opening. Are you breathing? I'm talking, but are you breathing? Your body, your way. Come back to your Warrior Two. Focus on your best expression, pelvic tilt. Arms where they will go, and if they won't go quite right, intend for them. One more, radiant warrior, pelvic tilt. Ribs open. Look at the eye of the elbow. Don't look at that hand, so your neck says, oh, lady, gent, thank you for not bending my neck too much. This is much more doable. And back to your Warrior Two. Now for the side angle, this shoulder stays back. Should you hold right onto your hip, your thigh, a chair, breathing. I hold my hip and I press. At another time in life when I had my palm on the floor, I press to keep this shoulder back. Now let's tuck it in and just try it once. See how it is? Beautiful. Tuck it in and just keep the shoulder back. Nice. Slide it up. Breathing. And you all are watching me on the monitor. If you have a gallery view, you could see yourself and you would see what beautiful form you have. Breathing. Okay, I need to breathe a little, focus hard, and get this arm at its full expression. Whatever's right for me today. Let's go back to Warrior Two. You may have much more bend. Your front leg, your way. Just always keep the knee behind the foot. And one more side angle. This time I am going to take my side angle up and out. But if it was better for you to slide up the middle, You slide up the middle. Look at that beautiful full expression. Honest to goodness, I thought some people had limited shoulder mobility. It just turns out you needed a different way into the asana. Breathing looks beautiful. Breathing. Come on back to your warrior two. Feel your best expression of your warrior two. And then any way you want, walk yourself out of it. Yes, that's so nice. How about one more balance? This balance will put together three things. The pelican, the tree, and a modified warrior three. I didn't mean to make it rhyme. Here we are in your mountain. Feel weight on both feet. Inside, outside, front, back, pelvic tilt, sternum, shoulders. Fabulous. Your spine just said thank you. Now pour your weight onto one foot. For many people side view, when they do the pelican, they will lift that leg way up. That's fine. If you get a cramp in the back of your leg, don't do that. You may like your foot on the ground or halfway. Beautiful. Have your pelican your way. Here's my pelican wings. Now I'm heading to my tree. So my foot comes out to the side. If you have excellent balance, your foot may never touch the ground as mine does. And choose your branches, your tree your way. Are you breathing? And when you're ready, my arms go back and down. Yours may go all the way straight. Mine have a little V. I'm heading to a modified warrior three, where I put my balance root on the ground, unlock that front leg. And now I have a choice. Am I going to lean my upper body down and pick up my leg? And add out my arm? Or am I going to do one of those? By the way, I'm holding on to the pole. It's the only reason I'm still up. You're balancing your way. Okay, I'll do it without the pole. You're going to leave your foot down. Notice how my foot is not right behind the other. It's out to the side a little. That helps me balance. Choose. When your arms come out, it works your back more. Breathing. When you lean down, it works your back more. Breathing. If you choose to pick your foot up, you notice I had to come up a little in order to pick my foot up. Breathing. And whenever you're ready, pull it together. For the other side, we'll do one slow, and then we'll repeat it with a little smoother flow. Mountains. Pelvic tilt, sternum left, shoulders up, back, and down, chin tucked. Thank you, says your spine. Here is your pelican. Pour the weight onto the other foot. Balance with your pelican leg. Do you have a little pelican toe on the ground? Did you lift that leg? Your pelican your way. Breathing. What about your tree? Your arms come up. You choose the location of your balance root. Those who trained with me in my yoga certification, I could never stand on one leg back then. The knee just would not hold me. The body's amazing. Let's go to warrior three. So I start with my arms behind me, and I have that warrior three little balance root behind me. And then I lean a little, unlock this leg, and I choose my arms. Are they going to stay back? Are they going to come out? Is my balance root going to stay on the ground? Is my balance root going to lift a little? Your body, your way. Think, what do you want? Often I will do the top part, then set my toe, then work on lifting my foot, or one area then the other. Your body, your way. Come on in. All right, the next one is going to be a smoother flow. We won't hold each asana so long, and the balance will be a little easier. Are you ready for your pelican on this side now? Find your pelican leg and wings. Find your tree and branches. The weight-bearing leg is unlocked. Find your warrior three balance root. mat behind you and choose your warrior 3 expression for you. Breathe in, hold, and breathe. We're never holding the breath. And breathe. And when you're ready, pull yourself together, and there's your mountain. Are you ready for the other side? Pour the weight onto the other leg. Feel your tall spine. The pelican little bird foot is lifted or on the ground with your pelican wings. Breathe. Come on to your tree with your tree branches. Your balance route out farther assists more. You choose it. Breathe. And take your arms down. Double check that front leg is unlocked for your warrior 3 balance route behind you, and choose how much do you lean. Do you pick that back foot right up? Do you tuck in your arm? Do you outstretch them? Your warrior 3, your way. Say thank you to your body for its strength, for its balance, for its flexibility, and pull yourself together. There's my little shoulder roll. You can wiggle it any way that you choose. So nice. Now, I'm going to gradually head to the mat. If the mat isn't the right fit for you, you can head to the couch, to your bed, whatever surface you would like to be on, and play around and do whatever part of the moves works for you. My method to head down is going to be a modified Sun Salutation A. I put no chaturanga in it because it's not the best thing in the world for senior shoulder. Breathing. Best mountain you have. Come up to salute. Forward fold. Halfway up. Halfway up. One last up. You're ready for where are you going to do your down dog? Your way. Are you on the kitchen counter? Are you on the back of a couch? Are you on the seat of a chair? Sink your chest. See how that stretches the shoulders. Intend for your heels to go down toward the ground. Long through your spine. Breathing. I'm heading to a plank. Should you put your knees down and do a half plank? Should you come up and do your plank on the kitchen counter? Both arms pressed. And come back to your down dog, your way. Listen to your body. Sink your chest, stretch your shoulder. Elongate your spine. Say thank you to your feet, your calves. Now, how are you going to come back to a forward fold? You can just bend your knees and crawl. You can take one leg and lift and swoop. Everyone's different. Here's a combination of a swoop and a crawl. That's mine. What's yours? Forward fold. Hang into it. Enjoy it. Halfway up. Exhale down. Halfway up. Exhale down. Flat back. One last down. Now I'm not coming up. Now I'm heading into a table. I use the blocks because they feel better on my joints. Your table, your way. Lower slowly with control when you get to your table. How about a cat-cow? Very nice. By the way, if the mat isn't the right thing for you today, how about your standing cat-cow? You could be enjoying that. See what your body tells you. is right for you. Very nice. I'm going to sit down, and I cannot resist a stretch of a V sit. And then I'm doing some abdominal wall contraction that you can do in a chair. So if it's not a mat day for you, a chair will be fine. You would just sit in your chair as wide-legged as your hip allows. And then you would round yourself over. If you're on the floor, Kathy, remember how you showed me these blocks and my shoulders? Loved it. Round over your way. Now, in this V-sit, we are all different. There are actually some folks in class who V-sit on the side of their foot. That's okay. Enjoy your stretch and feel what that does. But then take a moment and turn your foot vertical, even though it's not natural for you, and see how that stretch feels also. So each person, their own stretch, their own way with your V-sit. Oh, that looks fabulous. Yes, that rounded back. Oh, stretch it out. Oh. Stay there as long as you want. But when the time is right to come up, we're heading into a boat, which is good for your abdominal wall. If you are sitting on a chair, when you do a boat, I'm going to show you. Everybody else just get in your boat position, but if you're sitting on a chair, pretend I have a chair under my butt. When we go back in the boat, you just round your spine and go back till you feel your abs engage and do the same boat behavior. Remember, we used to call it unsit up. So here we are. For the boat, my knees are apart to leave room for my round belly. Many people like their knees right together. Your body, your way. Feet on the ground. To begin your boat, you are rounded. Stay rounded as you lean back. Keep the chin tucked. You don't want to do this and have everything all straightened up and talk like somebody from The Godfather. You want to be all rounded. There you go. Now, is your boat right here just hanging with your feet on the ground? Or is your boat up here with your feet hanging in the air? Or are your legs straight? I don't know where you're holding on. My back has something to say about this. It likes me holding on. I might hold on with one and then the other. Are you playing with your boat? Feet on the ground, out, in, wherever. Your body, your boat, your way. Are you breathing? Whenever you're ready, set your feet down, roll yourself up, and round over for a butterfly. If you're doing this sitting in the chair, your feet are on the ground, just round over, be aware of your hip, and just round over into a seated forward hang. Oh, look, isn't that what a butterfly is? We're seated and we're forward hanging. So many of the moves can be done on a mat or a chair or a bed. Breathe and release. I felt my hips wanted a little more stretch, so I breathed into coming down more. If your hip's injured, be very gentle. These are not your biggest stretches. These are just nice, gentle, add circulation to the injured area. Don't work it hard, don't stretch it hard, just circulate it. Oh, that was a fabulous butterfly. Let's come on up and get ready for our next boat. Remember, we're rounded. The chin is tucked, and you come on back. Now, you may stay right here. I'm telling you, my abs are fully engaged just being here. But I might play with my feet again. When your feet, not in the chair, by the way, but on the mat, when your feet come up, you're kind of balancing on your sits bones. What a fabulous balance opportunity. Are you breathing? My body wants to play with going along, coming in, and going out. What do your body want to play with? It's your time. Make your boat and your abdominal wall work your way. And whenever you've done some, everybody root your feet. Round yourself back and take one shoulder forward. And take the other shoulder forward. You want your feet grounded for this. Right, because I don't want you rolling all over like a tumbleweed. And the other. And here's one, gentle. You guys look fabulous. Can you feel this? This is the obliques involved. Of course, your rectus abdominis is busy too. But your hip flexors are a major part of your core strength. Here's your last one. And so come on up for a butterfly, and then we're going to have a fabulous hip flexor series. If you're using a chair, do you remember from our Lansdowne classes how to do a hip flexor in a chair? Breathe. While you guys relax into your butterfly, I'm going to show the hip flexor in a chair. What you do is you sit one butt cheek on the chair, this butt cheek's off, hold on to the back of the chair, let your legs stretch out, and your hip flexor is stretching. I'll show you that from here. One butt cheek is on the chair, hold on to the back of the chair, let this leg stretch, and get a fabulous hip flexor. Those of you who are doing your butterfly, come lay down with me, and we shall have our hip flexor. I use a block under my head as a pillow. Come join me on your pillow. Isn't that nice? Breathing. Although I'm going to wiggle myself in a diagonal because I need a little more room behind me for my back leg. So here we are. My hips are stacked, my shoulders are stacked. I'm relaxing. If I take my top leg long, my bottom leg just got out of the way. Let this top leg relax down with the side of your foot heading toward the ground. Now I can see several of you, your foot's laying right on the ground. My foot hangs about 6 inches up and I have to breathe into it. Breathe into it. Intend for it to eventually lower. So wherever your leg is, breathe into it and intend to lower. Now, that is a stretch here up under the iliac crest. It's your iliopsoas muscle. Oops, I'm sorry, it's your iliacus muscle. This is very important to stretch for preventing backaches. Now, what if this front hand comes forward, I support it, and this back foot slide right on the ground and goes behind me? Oh, yeah. Now that is my hip flexor stretch. The iliacus comes down, joins with the psoas right at the end before it connects to my thigh bone. It's called the iliopsoas. And in my iliopsoas is singing a happy tune. My pelvic tilt is slightly engaged. That actually allows the psoas stretch to be more. So here's a tip. Notice your pant legs or tights. If this knee comes forward, you'll feel your tights are wrinkled. When your leg goes back, you feel your tights stretch out. As the fabric is stretched, so is the psoas stretched. So if you want to know, am I doing it right? Feel your fabric. Wasn't that special? Breathing. Now think of this back foot. If you bend the knee, careful. My knee's not liking that, so I'm being very ginger with it. Bend the knee, you'll get your quadriceps stretch. Breathing. Yes, it's got to be the barometer that I'm getting so much education from my joints. Breathing. When you're ready, roll over to the other side any way that you want. You don't have to be cute. You don't have to be graceful. You just eventually end up on the other side. I'll talk you through it. If you're not looking at the screen, you'll be able to follow along. So you're on your side and your hips are stacked. Your shoulders are stacked. The bottom leg, both legs curl up. That gets the bottom leg out of the way. The top leg comes down long. And then you breathe and see. real long, not forward, not back. Just come on down. And then let the side of your foot find Mother Earth, or your mat, or your bed, or the couch. There it is, the iliac is in. You may not even be able to feel that muscle, but you feel there's some resistance to landing on the ground. If there isn't, then say, thank you, I am a very flexible iliacus. That's good. Breathe into it, be with it. Now this arm, I'm pulling it forward to get my shoulder forward. Let my leg go back. My leg is mostly straight when it goes back. And what I'm doing is checking to see if my fabric is stretched out, then my psoas is stretched out. I literally pull on this front arm, stretch the back leg back, and my whole body says thank you for the lovely stretch. But now, pay attention to that back leg. Can you bend that knee? Drop it down gently, gently. And feel your quadriceps stretch. Breathe. Be. Mellow and well. Say thank you to those muscles for stretching as you take your pillow out of the way and lay yourself down onto the back of your head. Onto your back. I'm just walking down to leave a little room above me for my arms, pulling my sweaty shirt off my body. But I'm also walking down to find the edge of my mat. See this foot? If I get the heel right on the edge of my mat, oh, it gives me such a lovely stretch in my... Let's see, what does it stretch? So my heel caught the mat, I flexed it, and then when I relaxed it, it's like there's a little elf down there pulling on my leg. My arms, I'm going to do the same thing. Stretch them down, lay them down, and relax them and let them relax wherever they do. Let your feet relax. They may plop out to the side. Breathe and be right here. Now we're going to play with it a little. Go ahead and let your palms be up, even if they're nice naturally down. Roll your hands over and let your palms be down. Palms up, palms down. Alrighty, I've got my arms right in here. They're right by my hands are by my collarbone. My elbows are right up by my shoulders and I'm coming out. And here I'm going to try palms down, palms up. Oh man, my physical therapist for my shoulders would tell me this is bad because I can feel it. Yes. Wonderful. Now we're going to fold them right in and take them straight up. Everyone's different. You want your hands a little wider because we're going to take palms face your feet and roll my shoulder blades in and let them fall over my head. If I had a bar to hold on to, I'd hold on to it so I could get just the right distance between my hands and let my arms fall down. Now, many people who don't have any shoulder issues, their hands and their whole arm will lay right down on the ground. Your body is fine. Oh, on this side, mine goes down to the ground. On this side, you know how they call it frozen shoulder? Well, I say I'm thawing my shoulder. But if you have none of my shoulder issues and you do these same movements regularly in our practice, it will prevent you from getting the shoulder issues. It wasn't until my late 60s that all of a sudden, out of the blue, my shoulder decided to freeze. Who knew if I had been doing all of these? It might not have. Now, do you want to stay right here? Or do you want to tuck your elbows in, lower your hands down? And we have one final stretch. It is a rotation. So I curl my knees up one at a time. I gave myself a pelvic tilt and I curl my knees up more. If you can, you could leave them right here if you want. Here's your arms out, and you can let your knees twist over for a spinal twist. Do you want to press down on this leg? Did you have your knees right up here? Did you want to reach across and push down on this leg? Your spinal twist your way. Think about this hand, palm up, and let it be as near toward the ground as it will go. Are you breathing? Being, think of it. From the base of your skull all the way down to the base of your spine, every vertebrae is rotated from the one above and below it. It is the most luscious, gentle spinal twist. Again, if you have hip issues or a hip injury today, don't be pulling on your hip real hard. Always gentle. Intend a little deeper unless you're tending an injury. When I'm ready to come out of this, I fold my arm up and I fold my legs up before I roll up to the other side. Do you want your feet on the ground or do you like them curled? Do you tip over? Oh wait, I need to relocate my tush a little bit before I tip over. You might just leave your arms out. I do like to hold on to my knee. That might not be available, so what? Your knees are over and whatever they go. Your arm is back wherever it goes. Look back toward your arm, not too much. Just feel and enjoy the rotation of every vertebrae, one from the other. Above and below, they each rotate. I do like a little rocking. Do you? Experiment and see what your body tells you. I'm going to do a prone or forward facing toward the mat Shavasana today. So go ahead and pull your arm in, pull your legs in, and then roll yourself over onto your belly. Hang with me. It's a different Shavasana, but it can be so nice. Are you breathing? Oh, that's funny. My back is very, very talkative. So you got yourself in a spot. By the way, you want to do a pelvic tilt? Yes. Let your body settle in. I'm actually gonna put my hand here so my head can rest on my hands. And I don't have my face on my mat. I could try this, but I think it's too high. It's too high. Now, another option, if you got great big chest area, that can support you enough so you have room to breathe, to just go ahead and touch your forehead. And breathe right there into the space the girls left. What do you need for your prone Shavasana? Please play with it. Pigeon-toed feels nice for many people. It's funny, when we're on our backs, duck-footed is best. When we're on our front, pigeon-toed might be. I'm gonna put both arms up to give my face just the right clearance from the ground and really relax here. Breathe and be. In the future, I'm going to have a little block that's 3 inches instead of 4. That I could have used for my forehead. Breathe. Now I'm going to have us arise from here to a table, and I'm going to actually give instructions. You can come up any way you want, but I'm going to give instructions how to pamper your back. If you tuck your arms in right around your chest, see how my elbow is right here by the ground? I can pelvic tilt to keep my back flat. I can arise up onto my knees and elbows with a flat back. I'll do it one more time. Elbows are tucked in, Pelvic tilt, my core is supporting my back so I can arise with a flat back, walk my knees in, and from my table I'll sit myself down for a lovely, lovely final seat. Do you like to walk your butt right up against a wall so that your spine is up tall? There's a couple people in class that's very good for. Now here's what they call the easy seat. It took me 4 years to do the easy seat. I don't think it's very easy at all for some people. And of course then there's also where you take one foot and then the other, put it here, and it's the lotus where both soles of the feet face up. Please enjoy if it's available. Oh, here's another one. Tuck one in and stack them like logs. Is that available? Not to me, but that's okay. Everybody's a good body. A butterfly is another option. A V-sit is another option. Did you accommodate your body? Do you appreciate your body? Is your spine up tall? Go to the wall of his hands. Breathe and be. Now, wherever you are, after accommodating, intend a little farther. So I'm going to intend a little deeper butterfly. Breathing. And now, as you reach down towards your body, say thank you for all it does for you. Hands over heart center, say thank you to whoever, whatever it is you believe in. Upstretch and pat yourself on the back and say thank you for your fabulous self-care. And then as we gather all things that are good toward our heart center, wrists in whatever position are good for you, know that the light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Now, namaste is a greeting for many things. Maybe now it's a greeting for your day or the rest of it. Stretch into me and enjoy what is right for you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. You are part of my wellness routine. You are part of my frozen shoulder thawing. And I thank you for it. Alrighty, let me find to stop the recording. Be well. Bye-bye.